Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to part 2 of the history of Locs. Alright, let's begin. In part 1 we discussed that Locs was something that was applied even at the beginning of time. We left off with the influence of Bob Marley. Around the year 1973 or 1974, Bob Marley became a main attraction all over the international world, where the Rasta movement was becoming very popular, and this is where people were introduced to the Rastafarians' way of naturally letting their hair lock, which was a spiritual statement. When asked various tribes exactly what Locs represents to them, they came with several categories, and these are the following. Loc is an expression of deep religious or spiritual conviction, a manifestation of ethnic pride. Loc is also used as a political statement, or for some, as it is done today, it is a fashion statement. But clearly, everyone's appeal or everyone's liking to Loc is from an individual basis. There is a tribe in Africa, which are a large group of Muslims found in Senegal, that wear Locs as a normal daily way of life. It was inspired by a man by the name of Bay Fall. Bay Fall and his Sufi followers, which are all Muslims in the region of Africa, were known to have worn Locs in the 1800s. So if you do the math, this is way before Rastafarians, which was in 1930s. Bayfall is what you would pronounce it, a Qadariya Sufi movement in Senegal. It began in the 1800s. The founder was Sheikh Ibrahim Fall. Now they are known for their long locks, the meaning for Locs in their language is Ndianji, which means strong hair. And that is something that is translated from the Wolof language. Now for them, Locs symbolizes a very spiritual. For them, Locs represents consciousness and a mental reservation from the material world. Now comes a question that concerns many Muslims that are interested in this practice of locking their hair. Is Locs haram? Well, let's be intelligent with our answer. Is your Locs clean? Is it maintained? Then how is it different than any other hairstyles? If that is the basis of what every Muslimah or Muslim should be. Neat appearance are something that some people feel is questionable. But who are we to judge the neatness of one hairstyle from another? Especially when Allah made all of our genetic forms unique in itself. For example, when locking hair, there is a form called free-forming. There is a form in which someone would actually do a two-strand twist, as I have done, or some people braid or just twist their hair, just regular twist their hair until it goes to the locking process. They are all done naturally without chemicals. So those are 3 categories of how hair actually locks. But How is it that one would argue the neatness in appearance if it covers the two basics, hygiene, which is cleanliness, and wadu, which is something every Muslim should do on a daily basis to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For those who are not aware, locks can be washed daily, and locks do not run. Someone that performs wudu is a brother with his hair loose, a sister with her hair braided, or a brother, or for those that choose to have it locked. As long as it touches the scalp when making wudu, which is a purification before you actually start the prayer, what is wrong with having locks? Isn't that the question? All right, true or false? Is it true that locks need dirt to hold together? I have to ask this question because many people are under the assumption that those with locks requires dirt to keep their hair together. Well, let's use wisdom on this, shall we? Water is needed for every plant and organism that resides here on this planet Earth that Allah has created. When you think of hair, think of a plant that has not touched water and is dehydrated in the sun for days or weeks. What happens? It starts to die. The leaves literally falls. Same thing for locked hair. Your hair, locked hair, needs water. And to be quite honest, water actually helps the hair to grow. So to answer the question, that is false. One must always remember that culture and religion are not the same. Culture oftentimes reflects the region, whereas religion sets the basis for the way of life. I find that a lot of people that are against locks or dreadlocks or whatever term it is being used in the past to present shows very little sign of intellect and also are very uneducated with the world today. Lock has and continues to be a very significant role spiritually for all ethnicities that regards it and adheres to it as a practice for their lifestyle. As the world continues to evolve, I am often reminded of the saying of one of our beloved prophet, "Seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave." I hope this has been very informative for those that have locks and those that do not lock. May Allah help us in knowing the right from the wrong way of practicing Islam. And until next time, Assalamu alaikum.